Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode. Today, we have a really special guest, and her name is Shell. She's from Germany. Shell, welcome to this episode.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, first of all, uh, we are thanking you for having the time to come to the show and to have a good conversation with us. So, first of all, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Michelle, as you said, and I'm from Germany. Yeah.
So, how old are you, and what do you do?
What I do?
And how old are you?
Oh, I'm 20 and I am a model currently.
Okay.
Mhm.
So your English is quite good. So how did you learn English?
I learned English when I was growing up in Uganda. We start learning English at the earliest age of 4. And then I had to move to Germany and I met a few international friends, and that kind of actually helped with my English.
Oh, so you had been living in Uganda, but after 11 years you moved to Germany.
Yes.
So how long have you been living in Germany?
I've been living in Germany for 9 years, almost 10.
So you have finished your studies or you are doing your studies living in Germany.
Yeah, I'm doing my studies living in Germany. Currently, still trying to figure out what I want to do in the future. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing.
So besides studies, you said that you are a model. So can you tell the story behind your being the model?
How I became a model
Yeah.
or my journey?
What inspired you and what was the story
What
behind it?
inspired me? Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So basically, I was always into fashion. Since I moved to a new country, everything was new to me. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know what else to do. And the Germans are pretty closed off. They're a pretty tight community, so I couldn't fit in anywhere. And the only time I could fit in was when I went online and met people and talked to people. And also, I kind of found this love for fashion through being online a lot and through being on apps like Pinterest and all of that.
Mhm.
My fashion taste kind of grew like that, and I started experimenting. At first, my parents were against it because they were like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
why are you doing why are you doing that?" But then my stepdad, the German, he was really supportive. Like he was like, "Just let her be. She can dress however she wants," and that
Mhm.
kind of pushed me to dress however I want even more, and it helped with
Mhm.
my fashion sense. And that also helped with people noticing me outside. They would see me and they were like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful." And I got told that I should model every single time I went outside.
Mhm.
And people actually started coming up to me, asking to take pictures with me. They thought that I was already a model. And I was like, "No, I'm not a model yet. I'm not a model yet." But I would always accept that. And that kind of also played a role in me being like, okay, people consider me a model already, even though I'm not. So why not just do it? And
Mhm.
I was already a confident person in myself since I was always, most of the time, I was always alone. And that helped with me being confident in myself because I put time in myself. And then that's how I actually found myself doing this modeling.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So, can you describe a typical day in your life as a model?
Oh, okay. Right now, I have no agency. I'm more of a freelance model. That means I have to work by myself or I have to find something to do as a model by myself. Or people come up to me or like they text me and they're like, "Oh, I have this friend and this friend needs a model for this. Would you like to do it?" And I would accept. I'll be like, "Yeah, let's go." And since I am at the beginning of this modeling journey, I don't get paid for most of the things I do, but I'm not complaining because it actually helps me grow as a model and it helps me learn new things. And it can also help with my future. journey, future career. It can help me get even further. So yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So, what do you do on weekends?
On weekends, on weekends, yeah. Okay, okay. I am such. I wouldn't say a nerd, but I'm a geek. Maybe is it the same thing? I have no idea. But I love watching anime. I love K dramas mostly, but the K dramas that are not lovey dovey, we don't do that. I like interesting K dramas, and I'm a horror fan. I know this is gonna scare off a lot of people. They're like, "You like horror? You watch that scary? You watch those scary things?" But I love horror, and I watch true crime. I'm an introvert, as you can tell. Most of the things I do are inside during the weekend. But I also go outside and walk around, explore new cities. I usually just spontaneously pop up in a different city. I don't know how I do that. But I'm like, oh, can I come to my friends? I text them, can I come by like around next week? They'd be like, yes. And I hang out with my friends. Yeah, I do a couple
Oh,
things.
that's interesting. So, you like to do things at home and outside your home.
Outside sometimes, inside most of the time. Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. So, what can you do besides modeling? Like, can you cook, or do you have other hobbies that amplifies your skills towards this journey of your being a model?
Well, me and hobbies. Okay, let's see. My hobbies are usually, I already told you, I'm into fashion. So styling myself is also kind of a hobby. I always think of, oh, what can I wear? How can I dress my friends? This friend looks good in this. Let me text them about it. Like, that's what I usually do. And I would say learning another language on top of the languages I already know is also a hobby. Right now, I'm planning on learning Korean and Japanese. Um, yeah, like I don't have that many hobbies because first of all, I'm not into sports.
Mm-hmm.
So anything with sports out the window.
Out of the list.
I do like dancing, but I haven't been doing that in a while. Oh, and I love reading. I love reading. I love books and writing, but I kind of stopped
Mm-hmm.
um, because I have a lot of things to do now. I have to focus on a lot of things, and sometimes I don't have time for my hobbies. But those are my hobbies.
Okay, so that's interesting. So let's talk about food. Look, you have been raised in Uganda for a short period of time or a long period of time.
I've
Perspective.
been raised in Uganda till I was almost 11. That's when I moved to Germany.
Mm. So, what food do you like the most? Like, do you like the culture of Uganda or do you like the culture of Germany?
The culture of Uganda, I love the culture of Uganda because in Uganda people are more welcoming and happy, and the food tastes really good. Like please, they know how to cook, and I don't want to hate on a country, or I don't want to receive hate for hating a country because I don't hate anybody. But comparing Uganda and Germany is kind of hard since Germany, their food. I'm sorry, you need to work on your food. Their food is
Mm-hmm.
there's not much to say about it. There's not much to say about the food in
So
Germany.
let me be more specific. Is that, do they use less spice than Uganda?
Yeah, there's no spice at all. And I'm like, there's a few things that I like schnitzel, and maybe that's it. That's actually it. But when you ask me, oh, what's your favorite food from Uganda? I can list a bunch of things that I love. But with Germany, I cannot.
Mm.
I cannot. But yeah,
So do you have plans to like move out of Germany? Like, do you want to move into another country in the future?
yeah, in the future, I do. I don't see myself living here for quite a while. And even my mom, she's considering moving away or like moving to a new city right now.
Mhm.
But she's trying to travel around more because she's like me. She's like, oh, Germany doesn't have a lot to offer when it comes to freedom and happiness.
Mhm.
So I would rather go somewhere where I feel welcomed and loved, and you know, and the people there are more happy, jolly. When I start laughing in public, everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy when I go outside in Germany. But
Yeah, I get the vibe.
yeah, you get the vibe. You get the vibe. I want somewhere that's exactly like that. And I felt that energy when I was in Uganda as a kid, and I
Hmm.
hope to find it somewhere else.
So, do you have a lot of friends around you in Germany?
Friends and Germany. Well, that is difficult to answer. I do have a few friends,
Mhm.
but most of them are not German. Most of them are from other countries as well, and they understand the struggles of moving to a new country like
Mhm.
Germany. And I can communicate with them. We can do a bunch of stuff together. With Germans, we don't understand each other that much because they don't know where I'm coming from with most of the
Mhm.
stuff that I talk about, and I don't know what they are talking about when they talk about certain things, and we don't get along well. So yeah, I do have a bunch of friends, but they are all scattered around Germany. They are in different cities,
Mhm.
different parts of Germany, and they are from different countries themselves.
So, the difference of the culture and how you grew up and the environment made you
Yeah.
choose like other friends over German people.
Yeah, exactly. Like my experiences play a huge role on why I don't have as many German friends. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So, coming back to the topic, so you can speak English, that is quite well. You can also
Yeah.
speak German, right? So you have been
Yeah.
living there for a while, so yeah,
Mhm.
so you can speak German too.
Okay.
What language do you prefer more?
I prefer English. German is hard to learn. I've been here for 9 years and I still have like my struggles. I'm still struggling a lot with German.
Mhm.
And let's say if I'm applying for jobs or going to job interviews or reading the newspaper, it's still hard
Mhm.
to understand. And even when my mom needs my help to read certain letters from the government, or because they do send us a lot of paperwork to do in Germany,
Mhm.
I cannot translate it for her because I don't even know what they're talking about in the letters. And German is a very, very hard language,
Yeah,
very hard, I'd
indeed.
say. And English, it's fun to learn. It's a fun language, you know?
Yeah.
With German, there's so much, it's so confusing. Um, I don't know, it's not a fun language. English is a fun language. And you can actually learn by just watching
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
or talking to people, different people. And
Like
yeah, I
you
find
will have
English the
this
easiest.
access in German language, some like contents to learn German, right?
Wait, what did you say again?
Like you have access to so many contents in English rather than in German.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I remember when I was learning German, and my stepdad was like, "Oh, you're watching all these shows. Why don't you use German subtitles or like watch it
Mhm.
in like the translated German language?" And I was always like, "No, I don't want to because first of all, the translation in German, the way they speak is already annoying."
Next question for you is what are the challenges that made you stronger in the hard time or hardest time?
The hardest time for me was um, I started comparing myself to German kids in school. I was kind of sad that they got further with their subjects, and I couldn't because German is so hard, and I didn't
Mhm.
understand most of the things that we learned in school.
Mhm.
So I kind of pushed myself to the edge, to the point I had to go to the hospital for overworking my body. I was so burned
Mhm.
out. and I had to spend 3 months in the hospital trying to get better because I, yeah, overdid it. And I had some issues. And when I sat in the hospital, the doctors, they talked to me and they were like, you need to take it slow. You're only 19. You don't have to push yourself this hard. It's not the end of the world if you fail in a few things. You can get up and try again. But since I was used to being the best in Uganda, I was always like the one of the best students.
Topper.
It was kind of hard to not be that, but
Mm-hmm.
it was understandable that I wasn't in a new country because I'm literally not from here. The kids here, they grew up here. They know what to do. They know
Mm-hmm.
what the teachers are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Most of the time, I have to go home and study twice as hard and do everything twice as much as they do. And my homework will take 1 hour, and for them, it would just be 20 minutes or like just 10 minutes, and they'll be done. Um, yeah, and I kind of I learned from what I learned from that was that I don't have to call myself a failure just because I can't do a few things. I don't have to push myself to the edge all the time, and I have to look after my body, especially. I have to put myself first. Even though education to me is really important, I still need to think about myself, like me first.
Okay.
And taking a break is okay, and I don't have to be the best in everything. There's always someone that's going to be better than me, but do I have to push myself to the edge just so I can reach their level? No, me first. What is for me will find me, and I can take my time. I'm still young. Yeah.
That was inspiring. So, so people have to consider these things before moving to another country, right?
Yeah. It's going to be hard. There's moments where it's going to be hard. There's moments where you feel like, oh, I've accomplished something, I've done something, or you'd feel like, oh, I haven't done as much as someone that's
Mm-hmm.
already been born here. You can't compare yourself to other people when you move to a new country because you are in a whole different situation.
Mm-hmm.
You are different from them. You need more care. You need different, like a different kind of approach.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be the same as for them. You don't have to push yourself to the edge like I did.
So I have a question. It's a personal question. So is going to or moving to another country overrated? Like in your perspective, what do you think? If you could live in Uganda, would you be happier than you are now? Like if you have chosen the same career there.
That question is kind of hard because to me, there's always something you find in another country
Hmm.
that you wouldn't find in your own country. I don't think it's overrated because it teaches you a new perspective and it gives you new chances most of the time. And maybe sometimes it doesn't, but I would rather take that risk than not trying at all. I can't lie. Because if I was in Uganda, would have I chosen to be a model? That I do not know. In Uganda, there's different struggles, there's a different structure, everything is different.
Yeah.
So I can't really compare it to me moving to any other country because Germany has its own issues, Uganda has its own issues,
Yeah.
every other country has its own issues. I'd
So
say like it's not overrated. It's like especially for me. I
so
don't think
you
I would
see
have
that as a blessing.
found. Hmm?
Do you see that as a blessing, moving to another country?
I don't know about a blessing. More of I see it as a chance. A blessing, I don't know, but a chance, I do know. Yeah,
Well, you can turn a chance into a blessing if you want, if you struggle much.
yeah. It's gonna be hard, but it could be a blessing to other people. From my experience, it's something else. It's like it pushed me to the edge,
Hmm.
but yeah, A lot of people have found their happiness by moving and changing their environment.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's not impossible for it to be a blessing.
Okay. So, Shell, last question for you is how do you
Hmm.
stay motivated when things get hard?
How I stay motivated when things get hard,
Hmm.
I remind myself why I'm doing it. Um, on I have a notes app, and on my notes app, I wrote down the things I want to achieve and
Hmm.
why I want to achieve those things and what I want to focus on. So if I lose my sight on where I want to be headed and what I want to do because things got too hard and I feel no motivation,
Hmm.
I can go back to those notes and read what I wrote down. And I also put down a quote, like a motivational quote that I'm going to read over and over again so I can remind myself. Um, which is literally, I'm telling myself failure is just a door to help me get where I want to be. With no failure, I'm not going to learn out of um that happening to me. Um, of course, at the very beginning, I'm going to fail at a few things. I'm going to struggle with a few things because that's just the start.
Hmm.
Like people don't get where they're at just because they just stopped trying or they were like, "Oh, this is too hard. I'm going to do something else."
Hmm.
They kept going. And if it turned out to be not what they wanted, they would change course and try it a different way or
Hmm.
try to find something else that they're passionate about and try that instead. And that worked out. So for me, seeing that or like reminding myself of that, that failure is not something I should be disappointed in. I shouldn't be disappointed in myself just because I failed at something.
Hmm.
Then I can keep going.
Wow, that's impressive. So, do you have anything to say for your viewers and our viewers? Like
My viewers,
the bottom line, like our viewers.
okay, our viewers, um, stay pretty, stay motivated, and keep eating. Yeah, keep eating.
So, thank you so much, Shell, for being here and for finding out the time to have the conversation with us. I hope viewers
Yeah,
have learned so much from you, and you
I
will
hope so
be an
too.
inspiration for so many people around the world. So, thank you so much for your time again,
Thank you.
and stay cool and cheers.